danger.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Caffeine and Sensu Beans podcast. I'm joined by Chiwin and Blessin. Blessin, what's on the agenda for today?
Today we will be discussing the second year anniversary. And I guess, how do you guys feel about it? Did it live up to the expectation? I think most people don't feel like that, at least from what I've been reading. So I guess I'm curious to see, Chiwin, what do you think? Or how do you feel about it?
This is my first anniversary, so I don't really have a expectation as to what the previous bar was. So what I will say, I think what I noticed about it was that it dwindled. Like I think at least to me, I think it started off pretty strong. I like the beginning of it. I felt like there was a lot of excitement in the community, that I have access to within YouTube and even YouTube, and there seems to be excitement about the units and the events to an extent, and, it's going to be more challenging. And then what I would assume is the second part is where I think it got a little tricky because, well, one, I didn't even realize we were already in the second part. So I don't think that they made that very clear. And then two, I think it was underwhelming what they released. And I think, well, at least underwhelming in the sense that like it just felt like it was just throwing stuff at the wall and just like, okay, well, we need to figure this out and we need something for the second half. So let's just throw out PyCon and let's just throw out a Goku out there and people are gonna buy it. But I don't even know if people bought it. I think it's one of those things that I think that they might be what's the word here? I don't want to say that they're undermining their player base, but I think that their uh, expectations of their player base is kind of low. I think they think that, at least this is what it feels like, of like, well, we're just gonna release anything and they're just gonna go with it. And uh, which I mean, I don't know. I don't know how it was last year, and that's kind of where, well, at least those are my initial thoughts about it. And then we can go, I think as we go, more detailed, then, I could give more thoughts, but that's my overall feeling of the 2-year anniversary.
Yeah. How how about you, Blessed? What did you think?
I agree the exact same. And definitely, the second half was a letdown.
You
I
didn't
didn't
you didn't
spend.
go in on
I
that
didn't even.
manner?
I haven't even pulled on the daily. Like I wouldn't even be
Wow.
excited. Yeah, I wouldn't be excited if I got either one of those units. Like nothing against
Wow.
them. It just, we have to remember. Sometimes there's banners that are meant for whales and collectors that you just stay away from. Um, as far as events, I guess right. Overall, it was all right. I thought it was a good amount of CC given out as far as free. At least I think so. I mean, if you're grinding it all. Um, but it definitely did dwindle. The second half has been a letdown, but I mean that's kind of hard to compete with that first banner. Nothing they dropped was going to be able to compete. It wouldn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. Um, yeah, I kind of echo the same sentiment. I think there was a steep decline in that second half. It
Mm-hmm.
felt like they ran out of ideas, or
Yeah.
just because yeah, PyCon and Kaioken Goku, does not tie to what the theme of the anniversary was or is. Like anniversary was themed around like gods and future. PyCon and Goku are neither, so it didn't make much sense. It felt like they just threw spaghetti on the wall and were like, well, maybe we'll be able to just milk them a little bit more here. Um,
Apparently they were.
yeah, they apparently, well, they got me. Uh,
Yeah.
and
For the content.
yeah, just atrocious banner. I mean, it's just so ridiculous. That's got to be, one of the worst banners of all time. I mean, the
Yeah,
just
Really.
the units that are on that banner, besides the
even
two,
the new ones.
yeah, even the new ones. I mean, honestly, I think they get a little, especially PyCon, he gets a lot of flack, but the value of a banner comes in not just the characters themselves, but what comes with the banner. So the other units, how much it
Not just
costs,
the featured characters.
right? And so in this case, like it's 1,000 for every multi, and it's horrendous garbage if you don't pull even if you pull the new units, like you're not getting top tier stuff. So yeah, that banner was it was terrible. It was a horrific idea, and for them to even brand it like second anniversary Kaioken, horrible idea. Like
Yeah, it's
for
pretty bad.
for them having such a good marketing team to think that this is a good move to
Well,
brand this banner as an anniversary banner.
a lot
I
of people
just
are saying that these two were meant to be dropped before the anniversary based off their character IDs.
Yeah, that could be.
So
Well,
I think what they try probably doing is just knocking out two birds in one stone. Like, all right, we got to get these
Or
characters out,
or knocking
and
two
let's
birds
just
out
go
with a
ahead and
million
call this
stones.
anniversary a
yeah,
W,
$1 million.
and let's go ahead and pack it up for the rest of the schedule of the year.
Yeah, just mail it in.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
let's just
Let's pack it
this
up.
anniversary is what it is, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna move on now. We started off strong. We started off strong.
Yeah,
Definitely
yeah.
led with our strong foot.
I mean,
And it's done.
but the thing is, like, it's so if you juxtapose the first week, I mean, that's always going to happen, right? Once something starts losing steam. So, like, Dokkan's anniversary is going to start really soon.
2 days.
Towards the end, it's also going to start, kind of losing some steam and dying down. But if you just juxtapose the first half, especially that first week, to the remaining part of the anniversary, it's night and day. I mean, they released that co-op event. They clearly had like all their ideas ready for the first week. And then after that, they were like, we didn't think we'd get here. Like, we didn't think we'd get this far. And they ran out of ideas. So they were like, bring back the Broly event, bring back the Vegito event. No, Broly's unusable. No one's going to use him.
I think it was more for the CC.
Yeah, CC.
Yeah, for sure. For
I
newer
just, I just
players.
finished the Ginyu one, and I don't think I got 1,000 CC. That's what I was told in the beginning of this
So this is
anniversary.
you you were misled.
I was misled.
Oh, does the
Oh,
Ginyu one not do it?
No, I
Oh,
got like I think in total
what did you got, Captain Ginyu?
about
you got Captain Ginyu, dude.
You're welcome.
I won.
Yeah,
I won.
you
Yeah, the
won.
We'll
credit
see
the
you next
credits just started
anniversary, bro.
the credits just started to roll up. It was
Yeah,
real weird.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
I was actually inspired to start a Ginyu Force team yesterday, and
I
then
actually just lost to one today
and
with my future team.
yeah, so
It's a really good
yeah,
team, dude. Like at high stars, they have a lot of synergy.
that's
That burger
that's not
hits
where I'm
so hard,
at. That's not where I'm at.
bro. Like I couldn't believe how much damage he was doing to my team. It was like nothing was. It didn't matter cover change, nothing. I was like,
Yeah.
dude, this team. I mean, they're not amazing, but they're still relevant in the right hands.
Yeah.
Well, they're a year old now, right? So it's like it's pretty impressive that they've stayed around this long.
Yeah, especially
Oh,
being all free.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, man, the anniversary, you know, yes, it's meant to bring you it's meant to commemorate the players. You know what I'm saying? Like that's because the reality is without the player base, like the game wouldn't exist. So I there are things I wish they would have done with the anniversary to really hit it out of the park. And they didn't do that. I think rehashing old events like that's not I don't think like I'm gonna be playing Dokkan's anniversary. I'm gonna see if they're gonna be rehashing old events, to see like and have that be part of their main kind of anniversary. Like have that be headlining the anniversary. Like Broly's back, year and a half old unit that no one can use. Even new players, like if they get him, yeah, they'll get CC, but they can't use him. The the new extreme characters, like they're good, but they're not easily not that they're not easily attainable. It's that
A
it's
damn grind. This freaking
it's
game is just
yeah.
addicted to just putting players through a ridiculous
Yeah.
grind. That
Like
is,
if they're not gonna make money,
dude, it is ridiculous. This like yeah, the grind to get all the new the Super Warriors is just
It's
uh,
insane.
dude, it's like you're fatiguing at least to me. I'm like, look, the Zenkai Trunks was already a big grind, and then you're giving us this. It's just it's not good back to back. It's just not good back to back. On
And
top
if
of
you're
that, you still have to play the rest of their stuff. And you can release the story too. So it's like,
well,
it's
and new players have to do those, or they don't have to. Of course, you don't have to do anything. But new players, they have the Broly event, they have the Ginyu event, they have the Vegito event. Like, it's a lot. It's overwhelming the new players as well. And I don't know. I feel like this game, you want to grab the characters and go into battle, like because that's the end game. Like that's the end goal. And so, you know, making this like a skip ticket grind fest where like to get EX Krillin. I mean, I tried grinding him up the first day he came out, and I realized quickly I wasn't going to get him to like multiple stars that
I think
day.
they all max out at 2, right?
They max out at, I believe so, yeah. But a gentleman on Twitter did the calculation, and I think he said it cost, I don't want to misquote him, but it was like 2,000 something skip tickets to get Krillin to 2 if you wanted to do it like the first day. Um, and that's just to 2 stars because the only way you can get Krillin is doing the is by getting them completing the missions. So getting coins, you have
mm-hmm.
to get multiple or like a certain amount of coins, and then you get more Z power. And that just turned into a boring grind fest. And
For
I just
not
want
a
to,
non-hype unit.
For
yeah,
Krillin.
for Krillin.
I'm just
And
let
it's
that
like,
sit.
yeah.
I'm gonna just let that sit.
Yeah, I
Krillin.
Yeah,
mean,
there's some Krillin's fan out there, but it
I
just
a
mean,
small
look,
player
Krillin is
base.
tight. Krillin
very
is tight.
small.
He's
All right, let's not give him
I
too
don't.
much credit. Let's not give him
No,
too much
he's
credit.
the
We don't
best.
need to
He's the
save
best. He's
face.
the best human fighter. What are you talking about?
What
Well,
are we
that's not saying
he's,
much, though. Not in this
he's not
show.
saying much, but hey, you know
It's
what?
you
He
know what?
represented us out there.
Yeah, if we were coming to an end and all these like aliens were gone, and that
Yeah.
includes like Goku, and we would
Who do you
have to
think would
rely
be
on
there?
Krillin, bro.
Yeah, who do you think would be there? The boy that knows how to fly. He
I'll
knows
just
how to do
accept my fate. I'm
the
cool.
destructo disc,
The solar flare. Are we
the solar
forgetting? Are
flare.
we
Come on.
are we not giving this man his due
I don't think
props?
so. I don't think we give Krillin enough credit
Yeah.
ever.
Are we gonna act like he didn't unlock Goku's Super Saiyan form?
I
Look,
think that was
Because
more Frieza.
yeah,
I think that was more Frieza than
there had to
Krillin.
be a
but
sacrificial
Krillin
lamb,
was
and the
the
man,
catalyst.
yeah,
He's like,
the
I got
man,
this one.
the man stood up, and he was like, "I'm gonna go for it."
Yeah, he had a choice. He had a
Yeah.
choice.
So, but no, like yeah, it's just the units, and the thing is, like last year they released 5 characters, right? And I know this was something a lot of people touched on. I thought they were going to release 5 as well. Um the general consensus or the notion was that it was going to be Super Warriors. I thought they
Mhm.
could have gone like Super Warriors, maybe Namekians as well, because we don't have a Dende. Nao's kind of cool. Piccolo is always going to be good. We don't have a Kami. So I thought they could have gone Namekian as well, but they only gave us 3 characters, and 2 of
They're
them
perfectly countered by Future.
oh yeah, exactly. They get. I haven't played with them because I don't have them. I have Krill. Well, I have Krillin and Tien. I don't have Yamcha, but I don't know. And I haven't seen showcases. I don't know how good they are. I heard they're
They're
okay.
solid. In
Yeah,
the
You
right
should do. You
hands.
should do one.
yeah. I will. I will. But yeah, like
But like every team's getting destroyed by Future though. So it's like in the defense of the Super Warriors, it's like every team is getting They like,
No, it just that wasn't a good idea to release a color team that's going to be perfectly countered by the team that's running wild right now.
but they're destroying every team.
Yeah, so they
Like,
should have made them counter those main three.
yeah.
I don't
What
know.
color do you think would have? Well, because I'd argue they kind of do in
Yellow,
a way. Um,
red. They shouldn't have made a red unit for no. Like, I mean, yes, Trunks, but man, Vegeta Blue is just wrecking every red unit right now.
Yeah, that card is insane.
yeah. Um, yeah. Maybe they could have done a better job with the color selection, but it would have been, if you're not losing in 10 counts, you're losing in 20, like to
Mm-hmm.
future. It's
Exactly.
so it wouldn't have made much of a difference. Um, like why are they only available to 2 stars? You know what I'm saying? These units are not hype. I'm not gonna see them on a banner and be like, I gotta go in because they're here. Like make them available at least to 5 or 6 stars. Like where they get the multiple. Oh, I don't know. Do they get double Z
I haven't
ability
looked at
bonuses?
any single one of their cards.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm not
So
even
You
gonna
even
front.
apply the 200 extreme.
Don't waste. Don't do that, dude.
If
Yeah,
you
you can.
yeah, you can.
oh,
You
okay,
could. You could.
okay. That's it. You know, you just save yourself a little bit of the grind if you want to go
That's
through that.
true. I I
Yeah,
wouldn't. I probably there's better extremes out there for sure. Like if you have EX Gogeta, but um, yeah, like they should have released 5 units.
A full color wheel.
Yeah, exactly. That because now it's like you have 3 units at low stars and they're gonna get decimated. You can't really take them into the competitive environment. You know what I'm saying? Like up there in the high ranks of PvP, you'll get crushed.
They also
Um,
should have brought back the Yamcha event because he does buff their health.
yeah, that's true. Like they should have brought him back. I mean, Super Warriors is such a pathetic tag that they needed to do if they were gonna release this team, they needed to do a better job of fleshing it out, like adding more
Giving it as
units.
much juice like that. What's that? What's that equipment that for Chaozu?
Oh my
Who is gonna
goodness.
use that? No
Yeah,
one's gonna
no,
use that unit.
no
Nobody is
one.
going to use that unit.
who Chetsu?
It's Yeah, Chaozu. He got a specific equipment and it's really ridiculous, but uh, you're not gonna see Chaozu in PvP. No one's gonna be using him. He's fodder, garbage. So it's like
Like
why?
that's just some of it's like why didn't we use that equipment towards a unit that could actually
Yeah, like
is viable?
if you want to, yeah, or just make it applicable to all super warriors, so
Yeah,
it would have
yeah, that's the best
buffed
idea actually.
buff the team that you just released or the 3 unions you just released. And
Hmm.
so, Chiwin, are you gonna be grinding up the super warrior team?
No,
Yeah. So
I mean, yeah, wow. But I think I think on my end, I think I'm just fatigued at this point with just grinding stuff, and I honestly like I think what happens here though is that they're giving us so much stuff to grind that like it's really hard to just like, at least for me, to focus on just like, okay, let me just develop my team. But I can't do that because I feel like I have to do all this Zenkai Trunks. I gotta do the story. I gotta do this thing now. It just feels too much to do in order to actually develop, because I'm at a stage where I don't have high stars. So I have to, slowly but surely at least get the characters to at least 3 stars to get some sort of even a higher buff. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I haven't been able to do that because it just feels like there's not enough time or not enough time to like dedicate. So it's a little fatiguing. And then on top of that, you still have to like play PvP. At least for me, like still trying to attempt to do that. This is a lot. So I'm kind of glad that it's about to be over so that they can stop doing all this extra stuff. But it's just, I don't know, just feels
yeah,
unnecessary to make it
you
this
feel burnt
grindy.
out.
Yeah, a little burned out. You know what I'm saying? Like I've never have played this game more than this month, and
Hmm.
it's tiring. Like it's not necessary, because I think what's crazy is that like a lot of the things is like I'm not even playing the game. Like,
Yeah,
it's just like I'm just gonna put it on auto. I don't want to do the Ginyu thing. I don't want to do the Vegito thing. I'm just gonna put auto and just gonna let it happen. Story, same thing, just auto. I'm not even playing the game. And then I get to a point I'm like, okay, I gotta do skip tickets. I'm not even playing the damn game. I'm just I'm just skipping through.
Yeah, skip ticketing your way through.
That way you save the gameplay for PvP.
Yeah.
At least for me.
Yeah, well, but I don't know. Well, but that's the thing though. By that time, I'm already tired. You know, I'm already tired of looking at my screen, looking at the game. Like I'm already tired of playing. But you know, maybe it's just a matter of just playing PvP. But then I wouldn't be able to do all the other stuff because I need to get crystals.
Yeah, like
Yeah, like right now I'm at like 5,000 crystals, so I've been able to stack up a little bit. But it's just, you know, that wouldn't happen without having to do all those events and do all those things, and on top of that still have to figure out how to do the PvP and all this other stuff, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it felt very unimaginative, the anniversary after the first week. Like when we first went into the first week, you know,
Came
I
out the
loved
gates
yeah,
hot.
it came out hot, like,
Yeah.
you know, um, and it looked like this was going to be you know, a home run, no doubt about it. I like that event they released with like the Super Saiyan 4 Goku and the Trunks.
That was done in like a couple hours. I didn't even get to participate by the time I got
Yeah.
home.
But I liked it because it allowed you to use the new units without actually having them. And so people were like going around Twitter. There was a whole lot of engagement because people were like, oh, Super Saiyan, you know, Goku does this and Trunks does this. Like, and they were trying to put together the kits and things like that. And it gave people that were probably not going to be able to pull them a you know, a chance to use them. The whole, you know, raising the rates up for sparkings from 7 to 10%, like I thought that was great. But then they started like, it was unimaginative and it was confusing. So one, they just rehashed old events, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't want
Mm-hmm.
you know, I don't, you guys see in the upgrade tab, you'll see the Let's Fight 3 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's not an anniversary event. Don't put that in the news section like this thing is headlining the anniversary event. Keep that there all year round, and don't try to like, oh, look at this. This is content here. Let's Fight 3. You finish that thing in, you know, in 2 seconds. It's not fun. It's just there. It's just filler, you know. It's just filling the gap or the void of events, just filling it with something. And then the chance time, like I don't know what the point of that was. I don't know how it worked.
I'll let you know when I win the 10,000 CC.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that was weird too. You know, that was also weird. I'm like, what is? I remember the video talking about 10,000 CC, and
yeah.
throughout this whole month, I'm like, so
So
how
did
does this
someone
work?
win?
Yeah, like, did anybody win, or did I win? Did I win anything? And I don't. And it was just hella unclear. I'm like, what's happening? I have these tickets, and the only thing I could get is like there's kind of like bad prizes too. I feel.
Yeah, that's the thing. They need to rework that shop, the exchange shops. Like,
Yeah, but
you
what
know,
was the point of the tickets? Like, do
I
you
don't
know how that worked at all?
no, I have no idea how it worked. I know
Bless, do
that
you know
some
how it worked?
tickets you
Bless, did you know how this thing worked? Like the chance or the lottery type of thing?
I believe every ticket that you get, that they'll keep a record of it, and then eventually, once the anniversary is done, they're gonna announce the winners.
Oh,
I believe.
oh, well that's I mean, I don't want to say it's pointless, like, you know, because 10,000 CC is 10,000 CC, but bro, I want that 10,000 to summon for Vegito. I don't want the 10,000 to summon for the red Pycon and the green Goku that just came out. You know
mhm.
what I'm saying? Like,
What
if
about
you're gonna,
20? What
about
about
20,
20
yeah,
though?
yeah, and an iTunes gift card that had to get sacrificed. Unfortunately, I was like, this is getting saved for an LF right here. But then I hit the desperate button. I was like, had to fucking unload on that banner. Very unfortunate. It's not one of my best moments.
Oh, yeah.
Um, you should,
Wait, what did you do?
oh, I got an iTunes gift card that Bless gave me for my birthday.
Oh, okay.
And I was gonna save it for like, you know, a hype banner, and then
But he chose this one.
but I chose this one. I was like, Because after I dropped, what I dropped? I dropped like 10,000. I'm like, I didn't get them. Oh my god. So I was like, do I use my own money? Uh,
Nah, this is one of the ones. The gift card was the right choice.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
for
mean,
sure.
if you really, the right choice would have been just not summon.
True,
Um,
but you know how
but
you are with Goku.
yeah. So, and I don't know why they did that. They kept giving me like Majin Vegeta, and I don't want Majin Vegeta. I
You're not
wish,
running him right now.
yeah, right now. He was like almost dead on release, and and
We're still at that point.
He's
we're
actually
still
gone
there.
further down because
Yeah,
of the
like
Oh
gift card.
no.
he he's one. Yeah, he's definitely one of the worst units in the game, which is a crime
I
because
want to
just that
real
Yeah,
quick
he was
though
character.
on
pretty
that
good in
chance
the anime.
time. I want to
Exactly.
see someone with the title that says King of Chance.
King of Champ. What? Why?
I don't. I only have one of those tickets, and it takes 5.
Oh,
I
okay.
want that title, so I'm trying to figure out how to get those.
Oh, I think you have to. Oh yeah, the black ones you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, it's a thing that I don't think that they made very clear. At that, you know, I don't know why they
They threw it in there. Yeah, if
yeah,
they
I don't
didn't
know why
make
they
it
threw it
clear.
in there. I mean, I think it's a good idea.
Right, right, right.
I just wish that they would have, because you know, another thing that also, I mean, we're talking about things that weren't very clear, at least to me, were the Dragon Ball hunt.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to get any. I still don't know how to
So
do it.
I did that one last year.
Oh,
Uh,
okay,
Go
you
ahead,
did.
explain that process, that fun process.
so the thing is last year, like they were dead sent. Like at least this year, you could send it through text.
Yeah.
Last year, there was only one way. Either you were popular in the community in person, or
Uh-huh.
you weren't getting them. So what I had to do was I created 7 accounts on my wife's phone, and I went ahead and added myself 7 times. It worked.
Hey, you
It
gotta do
just
what you gotta do.
I was like,
Bless
I'm not gonna
this
do that this
Talk
man.
year.
about that fun tutorial.
No, dude, because you have to go through the whole beginning. Like, there's no skipping through. Go ahead and stop right here, and do you want to add someone? No. 45 minutes later,
Dude.
well, now I know how to play the game again.
Yeah, you became a master out of all after all those tutorials.
Stomach hurts. That's hella funny.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not
God.
doing that this year. The
So
1000
you didn't.
CC
Wow.
So
was cool.
did any of you do the Dragon Ball hunt this year?
I didn't.
I didn't.
I
I didn't
just
understand what
What
you were
were
supposed to
the
do.
what were it, well
Well, I mean, the fact that they gave out some magazine last year as a prize that doesn't do anything, like it's like, why would you even offer that? Like, how disrespectful to the fans? Like, it's literally does nothing.
it does nothing, dude. It's
Like,
just
why would
there.
you
It's an
even give
item.
that as an option?
Wait,
You could
that
just
was
give that
what
out
that
for
is what
free
you
to
got
everybody.
if you got all those seven
Yeah, that was one
spawn?
of the choices. Yeah, it was one of the. So some people came down to that or the 1000 cc.
Oh
Oh.
my god!
I'm just kidding. Everyone chose the 1000
Oh,
cc.
Of course.
But it's like some people chose that magazine thinking it was about to be
some hot fire. It was,
something.
What
It
did you
yeah.
get?
literally
Did you get
like
the
it.
magazine?
I didn't do it. I didn't get the magazine.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, no.
you missed out,
That's
man.
kind of
Collector's
yeah. That's
item.
why the game doesn't feel as complete as it could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, so this year that I think that process was also kind of I liked what they do in Dokkan. You know, it's like a scavenger hunt within the game,
Mhm.
Yeah,
which I
exactly.
appreciate. You know, it's like riddles and like it's kind of a fun aspect to the game. And I was a little disappointed as to what this game does with the Dragon Balls. You know, because it's
Well, I
such an
think they
interesting
really thought
concept. You
that
know,
it's the same as last year. Like
is
that's it,
that
and then that's what I feel like they told the player base. Like, hey, it's the same as last year.
Yeah.
That's
And
it. Like that.
yep.
That was their explanation. If you
So
weren't
yeah.
here, then you weren't here.
I feel like I feel like I don't know. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like they like are not focusing on how to make the game fun. Like they're like, I think they're just more focusing on just like bringing out units and like, you know, just making sure that like the nature of the game stays like at a almost a balanced thing. But they're not making it so that it's fun.
well, I think they're just filling it up with content that's garbage, and it's like with the units they release. I mean, I'd say most of the time they're really good.
What do y'all
I
think
think
about the units this year?
phenomenal. I think they're great. And the units last year were great also. These units are gonna last a long time, so you're definitely getting
I really
value.
don't see how you're gonna be able to take Future out.
Mm.
Zamazu covers Vegeta Blue so well, and then Trunks is just so solid. Like that damage output once he comes in and takes a beating, unless he takes a green card from Vegeta Blue. I just don't see it. I'm curious to see what they're gonna do to how to balance.
They're gonna release a unit that counters God Key, like and I mean that could very easily be Jiren, because like in the anime, Jiren, they say he's the only like mortal who can rival the gods of destruction. So I can see him having like in his passive, like in his unique abilities, something like certain percentage up against God Key, which would um include Zamasu, Vegito Blue,
But
um,
not Trunks.
not Trunks. Yeah, what I would do if I were to make a unit that counters what is it, Vegito Blue and Zamasu, because they're the two. Trunks is really good. I mean, all the units are really good, but the main ones who stand out are Zamasu and Vegito Blue, with obviously Vegito Blue being number one.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
That dude's a beast.
yeah,
That thing's broken, dog. That thing
yeah,
is
yeah,
craziness.
he's ridiculous.
Did I tell you about? I just fought a friend, and he brought that dude out, and I've encountered him, but like I never have paid that much attention to what he does. I was just so taken aback by just how much just garbage they gave him. Like he's impossible. Like, dude, what? I'm at 3 stars with most of my units, and he's just feasting on me because he's just
I
like,
will say,
you
your
know,
Super Saiyan 4 Goku can do a lot of damage to him. You know,
but it just feels
but
like the combo goes on forever.
oh, it does,
Like,
it does.
dude, that I was surprised. I was playing, and I'm like, is this dude ever gonna finish? Is this combo ever gonna finish?
He's gonna gobble you up, dude.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
intense.
it is intense. And he's got blast armor. He's got cover change.
I'm sorry, but I think I
He
interrupted you though. I think you were saying about a unit.
yeah, I lost my train of thought. Oh,
Zamazu and Vegeta
yeah,
Blue
yeah,
is
Yeah.
Jiren. What
phenomenal.
I would do to counter to just to answer Bless's question, is I'd make Jiren, green unit, and then when you activate his main ability, 15 timer counts. For 15 timer counts, he what is it? He loses like he's no
Type
longer weak.
disadvantage.
Yeah, exactly. He's no longer weak to his color disadvantage. So like he wouldn't be weak to Zamasu. Um, and that would kind of
Oh, make him green.
make him green, so he decimates Vegito Blue, and then when you pop his main, he
That
goes neutral against purple.
that'd be a good
So
way. I'll enjoy that challenge.
yeah. So, but what do you guys think? Like, what would you guys like to have seen for this anniversary to be like? Obviously, we all maybe have our own kind of grading scale, but for it to have been like absolute home run, to have like really hit it out of the park, what would you guys have liked to have seen?
Hmm.
Uh, Go ahead, Chiwin.
I
Just
was
toss it over,
Okay, all right. Well, this is
I
just.
can go.
No, I mean, I could go.
Okay.
I could go off the dome here. I would say
Okay. Damn, this is improv right here.
that
Yeah.
energy that started in the first week, I loved it. It was great. A lot of hype,
A
a
lot of
lot of
hype, yeah.
dope units. They rolled out all these things. I thought that was great. I wish the energy would have kept up at least to the second week. That same type of energy, and then
Right.
the last week, I what I would have liked for it to be, I think the last week or the last, yeah, I think the last week and a half, maybe they should have came in with something a little bit more planned out, like something a little bit more hyped, so that like you start strong and then you end strong. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that's where they missed. They started off strong and then they didn't end strong. So I think now you kind of fell off the cliff. So
Yeah.
that could have been another unit. That could have been a unit that it may not have been the hypest, but could have countered Vegito Blue. You know, some
See, the
unit that
problem was how many people were gonna have CC left to pull on that banner.
but you know what I'm saying. But that's where that like free like super warrior thing could have came in. You know what I'm saying? Like that like concept where it could have been
Could
a
have been
whole
a different
unit.
team. It didn't have to be Super Warrior, you
Yeah, it
know.
could have
Yeah.
been. It could have just been something to
Could have been the
give.
Kais. Just
Could have
saying.
been yeah,
You
Kai's.
know.
Yeah, that would have been great. I think that's a sick team.
I mean, you can save those extreme super warrior to buy time later on in the
Yeah,
year.
for another time. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody's trying to do that right now. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just
Yeah.
Now,
like
there's a couple
we're
people that I
trying
can
but we're
name.
trying to know. No, but this is the thing though, it's like we're trying to know how to beat Vegito Blue. I think that right now is the question. I think probably all the players that are playing this game is how do we beat this character? And as of right now, we don't have an answer. Some of us are just getting smacked. And I and to me, I think the ending of the anniversary should have been not necessarily like a crazy unit. That's I don't think that would have been fair. I think just something that would have been able to engage with us so that we can give some tools to be able to continue. You know what I'm saying? Because the game's going to continue, and I think when you release a unit that strong, you're going to turn some players off, especially people that don't have him and they don't know what he does, and they're just going to get smacked. You know,
Yeah.
so then that's kind of what I would say. Like I would have loved them to keep that same energy from the beginning and just finish stronger. Like, just a more thought out plan for the end. It could
Yeah,
have
I
been
felt.
anything that just would have marked it the end.
Mhm. Yep. It felt like like you said, towards the end, they just kind of started throwing stuff at the wall to see what stuck. Um, and for whatever reason, they thought throwing the Kaioken Goku and Pycon, like you said, Blessed, save that for another time. Like I know you guys maybe wanted to release him earlier in the year, and like this whole COVID thing happened and
If
it
the
pushed it
schedule's
back.
already
But
messed up, this isn't the
yeah,
time to
like
like squeeze them in.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Let's squeeze
Save
them
that
in.
for another time, dude. Um, and uh, you know, it just felt super mm, lazy, like I said earlier, unimaginative, just throwing stuff at the wall and like trying to get through these 2 weeks. Um, you know, and I don't want to like overshadow the good things that I think they did because I do think they did a lot of good things like like I said earlier, the sparking rates going up. I think the events that they had the first week were good. I think
The
Shallot was
sales were
great.
great.
Yeah, sales were great, but I mean, just for the entire player base to kind of consume, because the sales are going to be for a specific part of the player base. I thought
We gotta still
Shallot was
shout them
great.
out. We still gotta shout those guys out.
Yeah, that's true. Sales were great though. Shallot was great. The units are great. The banners are great. I mean, the value you're
I think
getting,
everyone
especially
agrees Shallot was probably the best, like for everybody, the
yeah.
best part
I
of the
mean,
anniversary.
yeah. I mean, he's so good. Um, but to Chiwin's point, like the end just felt like they were just throwing stuff at the wall, and all that's gonna do is like people are gonna just it's gonna kill the hype because you like the first week, yeah, the banners come out, people get hyped, but that's gonna wear off eventually. What I wish they would have done, like I'll boil it down to three things. I wish they would have released a free to play GT unit, a new one, like a Kid Goku or not a Kid Goku, but a Goku Junior, like they did in Dokkan, um, or even the I think it's Vegeta Junior, I forget, but a free to play GT unit that's really good, so that GT also gets some love during this anniversary. Um, and we'd get a free to play unit. We get more CC. It's maybe another rising battle. Um, I wish they would have. I thought this would have been a great opportunity to have dropped a free to play Legends Limited unit. And I think they just like if they're not going to do it now during an anniversary, I don't know when they're going to do it. And that's my concern. Like I hope they do it. I think you know it's great to have the
Every
pay.
player should be able to have one LF unit.
Yeah, for sure. And again, I hate to keep going back to Dokkan, but um, Dokkan gives I think last year, or well, not last year. It'll be this year, this anniversary. I think it's going to be 5 LRs, and one of them's going to be free. So yeah, I think all players, especially free to play, should have access to at least one Legends limited unit that they don't have to drop CC on. You have to remember, like, the player base of Dokkan, it's not just like 25 and up. It's also like 18-year-olds and 16-year-olds and 17-year-olds, people that, they don't necessarily have access to all this disposable income. Um, so I wish they would have dropped a Legends limited unit that was free to play. That could have lasted the whole month to grind up, and you know what? That's fine. But it's a free to play Legends limited unit.
Like
It
up to
would have,
14 stars or 7 red 7.
yeah, it could have been that, yeah, up to 14 stars.
I mean, they're gonna make the super team so much better than the GT. I mean, at least that would have evened it out a little bit.
Yeah. So I think one, free to play GT unit, two, free to play Legends limited unit, and three, I wish they would have dropped a guild update. And this was something that we had talked about um, in one of our previous episodes, uh,
Yeah,
which I believe was
I
a
think that was
rehearsal.
unreleased. Yeah, I think that was unreleased.
Yeah. So
Exclusive footage.
it's
I
in
think
the
that's in the
chamber.
yeah. As I
It's
say, I
in
think that's in the vault.
Yeah, it's in the vault. But this would have been a great opportunity to, new players are coming in, players are going to be looking for a guild. This would have been a great opportunity to drop a guild update with, there are players who are, because there's a steep learning curve. When you first pick up Legends, it's going to take time for you to get better at PvP. So what can you do in the meantime? PvE. And if you would have dropped a guild update with more PvE content, such as what they talked about during that video and stuff with Rhyme Style, when they said, we're looking into kind of dungeons and um, more ways to have guilds have like a team feeling and have players play like PvE modes with their guild in particular. I thought this would have been the right time to do it, because the new players need a ramp up period where they're getting to know the game, and they're getting comfortable with the game and the tech in the game, the techniques. Um, and I think having a guild update with PvE content where players can go in and not feel the pressure of like having to perform, because you do in PvP. I think it would have been a nice way to kind of segue them into the game. And it would have been a great update, uh, because guild is it has so much potential. It's so different. I don't see it in like many of the mobile games I play. I don't see it in Blazing. I don't see it in Dokkan, a few others that I play. So, yeah, I think, it's, again, guilds is a missed opportunity. And this is something they talked about back in February, March, I think. So, and I don't want to say like, it's easy to implement this stuff, because I'm sure it's not. But, um, when anniversaries are marked on your calendar. So when the anniversary comes, you have to be prepared, so yeah, those are the three things I wish I would have liked to have seen, and I think that would have taken the anniversary to another level, in my opinion. I don't know how you feel, Bless.
No, I agree. I definitely believe they sold the idea of multiple updates coming. Like the anniversary was going to be game changing outside of the banners. It really wasn't. Even someone like me who enjoyed the banners, I definitely agree. They should have done something with Guild. They did absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
And it's just something subtle, like give us a different way to score points.
Yeah,
Because it's confusing. It
it
really is.
is.
Uh,
Oh, and Bless, really quick, on that point, I know you're one of the you're really good at like racking up a lot of guild points. What is your process?
I just do the adventures consistently.
And
That's
do
the
you
easiest way because battling, fighting, you get minimal points, like 400 per battle.
exactly? So it would have been a
So,
good opportunity to
oh,
spice
definitely
that
to
up.
increase, yeah, because the only way to really score points consistently, if you're not going to be sitting on the game 10 plus hours a day, is just grinding the adventures consistently, which is very tedious and boring because, like, Chiwin said, you're not actually playing the game.
Hmm.
So something like they could have easily just made it where something simple as being able to add your guild member as a friend.
Yeah.
I mean, just like they want to build that team aspect. Like you can't even they join your guild and you're never gonna know anything.
Yeah.
You'll never know they love. Like just simple things like that. It's like I don't know. I just really feel like they oversold the anniversary as a whole and really really banked on just these on Vegito Blue hitting and
Yeah.
these banners hitting.
And it will, and it did for the first week, but that will die down eventually. You know what
Well,
I'm
and you've
saying?
seen that. I mean, I
Yeah.
feel like the general overall opinion is
Sentiment. Yeah.
is that it's subpar.
Yeah, I agree. And it's like disappointing because you always feel like Legends has a lot of potential. And like I said,
And it's
I
like,
wouldn't have thought I would have been having this feeling the first week of the anniversary. I
oh
was
yeah,
like,
same
they're
here.
coming in hot, like,
And I
um,
had an amazing banner, but it's overall there's a lot like right now. I'm just playing PvP because there's really
yeah,
not much else for me. I'm staying away from that Super Warrior event. I could care less about those
yeah.
units. I'll pull them on a banner, not by choice later on. So I mean that's just where I'm at in the game right now.
Yeah. No.
Should we give it like an overall score and probably just like wrap it
Yeah,
up?
yeah, like out of 10 or like a B, C, or how do you want to do it?
I say letter grade.
Letter?
That agree.
Okay.
All right. Anybody like to go first? Or?
Go ahead,
Uh,
Chiwin. You threw it out. Let's
I
hear
would
it.
say. I mean, maybe I just
Now,
got
is
it
this
as a chamber.
personal
Maybe that's
opinion
why.
or just how we believe everyone looking at it?
Nah,
I think it's your
just being
personal.
completely honest. Yeah,
Okay.
just
It's your personal opinion. I think whatever you think it deserves. I mean, I think other YouTubers are pretty clear about what they're saying. So it's like, I would say that it's our personal thing. I would say it's probably like a D plus for me. I would say a D in the D range. I think I didn't give Vegeta blue, so I think that also plays a role in why it's not a C. But I think a
so the
C.
ceiling was a C then. The
The
ceiling,
the
like,
ceiling to me it was a C. Yes, it was a C.
So the ceiling was the roof, is what you're telling me.
There you go.
ooh,
There it is. That's the now we're
You
bringing out
want
wiser
to
words
go?
have never been
Okay.
yeah
spoken.
the philosophy's coming out. Yeah, so I'm gonna give it a D plus. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, I guess I could go next. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a C. Um, and whether I got Vegito Blue or not, uh, I'm gonna give it a C just because like first week was an A in my opinion, and then it just started tailoring off to where the last week was an F, and when you kind of average it out, it comes out to a C, and it just felt like from the jump they lost steam, and yeah, they had opportunities to implement some new things, and they didn't do it. It felt very unimaginative, and towards the end they were just shooting from the hip hoping that something would stick on the wall, and it started backfiring. Like
Mm-hmm.
you see the uproar in the community, like I wouldn't say uproar, it's not like there's pitchforks out, but there's people are disgruntled, so yeah, I'd go C. you know um I think it wasn't an utter failure, like absolute garbage, but I do think it didn't live up to the hype. It could have been executed a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
As for me, I went into the anniversary with one goal in mind, so I got to give it an A. I got to give it an A, man, for myself. I enjoyed this, and for it burning out, it's all right. It's all right. So lose a little juice. I still got the units. Once the game picks back up, I'll be good. But I enjoyed it. I went in with a goal of what team I wanted, and didn't stop till I got it.
Yeah.
That's great.
So, yeah. I mean, so in your opinion, like if they redid the third year anniversary like this, but just same exact template, but you switch out the characters. Right now, it's going to be Ultra Instinct Go. Like if they just switch out the characters with newer toys, do you think it'd be? And you got them. You'd be good. You'd be
I
good
think
with
that
that.
plays a huge factor in my decision. I'm not gonna lie. For me, it does. I don't know. As if I was looking at it as like I didn't get the unit, then no, I think the anniversary was very underwhelming. But me personally, I got who I wanted. Yeah, I mean, I guess because the anniversary, I mean, the game still keeps going even after the anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, is I got the units that I wanted. So eventually, I mean, I'm gonna keep playing the game. You know, eventually they'll pick back up.
So there's something in the horizon you
Yeah,
can look
exactly. Like,
forward to.
exactly, because I know these units are gonna last.
Yeah. Um, yeah, and I mean that's a fair point. Getting the units or not getting the units certainly can make you feel a certain
Dictate,
way
yeah.
about the anniversary, but yeah, personally, I wish it just a little.
It wouldn't have to rely on that. It shouldn't have to rely on that.
That's my
It should
thing,
be an experience.
right?
At least in my opinion, it should be an experience, not just getting the unit. But I feel it though.
Yeah. But yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what the next month, brings. They're
Well,
not
I think
exact.
Legend definitely knows they got to step it up a little bit moving forward after that last half.
Yeah, that's why they released that newsletter. And man, all that did was like, anyway, that's a conversation for another time.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they see it, and that's why they released that newsletter. Talking about like
Well,
they
by
like to do
following
that.
through,
Yeah, exactly. They like to do that, which is it's good to a degree, but like you said, they have to follow through. Like because if not, then all it becomes is just window dressing. Like, look, I promise you, we're doing this, but yeah, you're just saying that to calm down the player base, but you're not actually executing. But yeah, are you guys good with transitioning into the next segment?
Mm-hmm.
sounds good.
All right. So before we, head on over, do you guys have any closing statements?
Start saving.
Yeah. Yeah. Last year in July, we got an LF, which was LF Goku and Full Power Frieza.
So
who aged.
prepare.
Yeah.
I would say my final words is get some rest. Get some rest. This game is trying to beat you up. Don't let it beat you up. Take a break, a well-deserved break after a really hard, grindy month, and give your eyes a rest. And save up. I'm gonna echo the same thing as Blessed, but Yeah.
All right. Well, with that, we'll go ahead and head on to our next segment where we try to help Chiwin out a little bit. We look at a few of his battles, try to give him some feedback, and see if we can help him reach his goal of reaching BR50. So if you guys are on YouTube, feel free to go on and check that out. But if you're on Spotify or listening to us on any other platform, thank you for taking the time to listen. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Go ahead and let us know what you thought about the anniversary. Was it a disappointment? Was it a hit? Did it live up to the expectations? Did it not? Let us know. You can we'll leave all our Twitter handles down below in the description, so you guys can follow us. You can leave us any questions there. But yeah, for now, thank you again for listening. Go ahead and head on over to the next segment. Watch us there if you're on YouTube. But if not, thank you and stay legendary.
What's up, y'all? This is Chiwin's Road to 50. This is the third installment of this segment where I get feedback from my two co-hosts about what I'm doing correctly in the game, what I'm doing incorrectly in the game, and just some constructive feedback to my gameplay. So we're about to jump into the first match. So let's get into it. This Shallot 3 really added another dimension to this team.
Oh, the Super Saiyan 3 Shallot? Yeah.
Yeah. And no, without that character, I think it was all bad.
He's really good, man. He is really good.
Yeah.
Um, no, that's a solid Saiyan team.
I hella like this Bardock, but it's just hard. It's hard to run him, you know, in this
meta,
time.
yeah.
In this time, it's hard to run him, but I do like him.
Yeah. Let's see, GT. Okay.
How long do the seasons last?
2 weeks, no, usually.
2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It's about to be over in this Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Mhm.
Damn it. Well, they didn't go up to the next one.
It's fine. Yeah. If
I
you,
mean, it's just about eventually getting there.
yeah,
That's true.
eventually, gradually, and yeah, you'll get there eventually. All right. So we'll narrate, right? Like commentate.
Yeah.
Well,
Mhm.
okay, yeah. Okay. Good backup. Okay. Notice how he's closing the distance. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
So
Right there, he's closing the distance. Right there, you want to switch out Goku already because he's taking too much damage.
also, you never want to swap in with Shallow when he's not transformed.
Nice Spanish.
Well, the fight had just started though.
But because he's a hero, his stats are very low until he's transformed. Then he can take damage. But so okay, but that's good. That's good right there. That tech right there, going up, swiping to the right. Good tech. Right here, vanish. You gotta vanish.
He doesn't have any
You gotta
gauge.
switch. You gotta switch. I'm sorry. Because you didn't have any vanish. Okay, that's fine. Look, Shallot's taking this hit, and I mean these are strong units you're going up against. You could switch out of that. Yep. Boom.
Look at that damage.
Nice.
He's my guy right here.
He's a
Game
beast. Look
changer
at
for me.
this. Look at that in one combo. He almost finished it. But you got to switch out right here. Even if you got to go to Bardock,
Yeah,
you
just
got to
to
switch
keep-
out.
That way you have a vantage gauge to try to gain priority.
Yeah. Okay. All right. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, right there. A little patience. All right. You know he's got his main. Right there. Ooh, right there. I would have switched with Bardock. Bardock on the blast when the opponent's attacking with a blast card, blast arts, he can cover and he can cover change. So that means he'll, like Vegito Blue knocks you back when you switch or when he switches in. Bardock does the same thing when they're attacking you with blast cards. Yeah, right there you gotta switch to Goku. I would actually. Oh. Yeah, I would have switched to Bardock there. Okay, good banish. Yep. Yep, that's a lot of damage right here. That's good. I mean, that's good. If you would have had one more strike, if that would have been a strike, yeah, you would have beat him. Nice. Oh, okay. So right here, pop his main ability because he gets his vanish back. You see that? He got his vanish back. So, oh.
I would have popped that and then waited because some people wouldn't know that he gets it back.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That's it right there because he got that. Actually, no, never mind.
Yeah, it's about he's making it so he can take a lot of damage right now.
And that's good. When you pop that second main ability for Bardock, he's actually neutral against blue, so he's no longer weak against blue units. So you get your vanish back. He does so much damage when you pop that second main ability, and he's weak. He's no longer weak to blue units.
Yeah, so it sounds to me like just understanding his kit better.
Yes.
It's I find it really difficult to follow along the way they've set it up. I don't know. I don't know if it's the wording just throws me off, but it's hard for me to follow what the kits do, and there's so many different kits. But but it's good to know though. I didn't know that. I didn't know that he does all those things.
Yep.
I just like him because he hits hard. But
He hits really hard, especially when he's the last unit and you pop that second main ability. he's one comboing units like with 3 strike arts cards. It's ridiculous. Because him, actually all 3 of those, if they're the last standing units, they're extremely strong. Extremely strong. Oh, you're going up against the boy. Help me.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
If I remember, I think this guy's pretty good, or her. She's pretty good. I don't know.
I think so. Yeah, I remember the second and third fights, the opponents were pretty good. Okay, right here, back up. Yeah, you want to be patient here because well, that was actually really good.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Yeah, this is gonna hurt.
Swapping with Bardock.
That was a lot of damage right there, but it's okay. Just wait. See what he's doing. Move
like
around.
Panicking to switch into to third gear.
Oh, see right there, you got him though. Okay, boom. Nice. You're gonna vanish out of this right here. Boom. There you go. You get a little health back. You get some strike attack. It's good damage. Switch out right here. Switch out to Goku and transform. Yeah, I mean like just switch out in general because you didn't have a vanish there. You never want to be in the party when you are in the battle without a vanish.
If you can avoid it.
Yeah, if you can. I mean, obviously there are times where you can't avoid it. Right here, this combo is gonna take forever, so just be patient. It's okay. You're gonna have to eat it.
Does she gain ki on her mania?
Yeah, she does.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna use fusion in a minute.
Yeah, this is okay. So right here, okay, he lived. It's okay. Be patient. Ooh.
Swipe up left.
Okay, it's fine. You come in with Goku right here, transform immediately. Should have transformed immediately.
He doesn't do enough damage when he's in his base form. He's pretty bad.
I right here would bring in Shallot. Because Goku as a last man standing is really strong and Shallot's almost dead. So all right, well Shallot's gonna go out on his shield.
Yeah.
He's better show him why he has Chiwin's boy.
Good. I mean, that's good right there. See, that's
He's getting really good at ki canceling.
Yeah, you are. That's good damage.
Dude, imagine that transformation with no time.
Yeah, it'd be crazy. Yeah, that just right there, the luck of the draw.
That was it. That was it.
That was it. Yeah. Bless, you want to give your kind of summarized thoughts?
You're definitely getting a lot more comfortable with the technique. You do really well at catching opponents with blast cards in the middle of a strike card or animations. I'm not sure if that's just your hand-eye coordination. You gotta remember to, since you have lower starred units, you gotta be willing to switch your units out more consistently and stop taking stop letting one unit take so much damage. And the other one is, even when you're on the attack, if you don't have a vantage gauge, swap out. Give yourself a chance to vanish again. Because the problem is you allow the opponent to just start a combo knowing that you're not going to be able to dodge it.
Yeah. I can echo that too. I would say you pointed it out too, Chiwin. You said kind of understanding the unit's kits. And I do think like that will take your game to another level because we didn't see it, but you sent us another fight, and in that first fight, you had Goku transformed, and Goku's blue card, it's different than every other blue card in the game. When an opponent launches an attack at you, the minute you hit the blue card, it's an automatic counter. Like you're going to hit them. It doesn't matter. So you can use that to your advantage. So you don't have a vanish because you vanished with Goku, but you have that blue card. And when the opponent comes in to hit you, you press that blue card, you're going to hit 100% of the time because the that blue card is different than every other blue card. It's like a counter. That's what they call it. And so it hits really hard, especially against red units. So knowing the unit's kits, I see you're getting a lot more comfortable with the tech. I noticed that. Um, and so that's gonna, you're gonna get better with that. Like the more you play, obviously your tech is gonna get better. But I already see it. Like you're swiping up, you're key canceling, you're generating key, you side swipe. Um, I have, a transcript here of notes I took, which I'll probably send over to you. Basically each second, like I I put here like at a specific time you should have done this. So I'll send this to you. It's like very detailed.
Mm-hmm.
But those are kind of my main points. Like understanding the unit's kit, that's gonna help you a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Being patient, and then and I think, like I said, you're getting very good at the tech. You're gonna get better, only better, the more and more you practice, the more and more you play.
Okay. That's good. Yeah, thank you
Great
for
job,
that.
bro.
Yeah, good job, man. I
Thanks.
mean, if we're,
I appreciate
think,
that you actually took the time to post up 2 L's instead of the W's.
Well, I think I always have a hard time because I feel like when I win, I appreciate it, but I feel like when one loses, I think that there's also something there to win. But I think it's also good to show victories too. It's but yeah, for
I
these
think,
two, just because it was more predominantly, and I know that as I was playing these last two matches, I knew that I was doing something that impeded me from from winning. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I was close. At least in the first one, I was close, and it was just a matter of not understanding Bardock's kit, or not doing certain things at certain times. But yeah,
and I
I
think
appreciate
like,
the feedback though.
yeah, I think like maybe two more of these videos, we're gonna see a huge improvement. And when we go back to look at week 1, we're gonna see like a pretty vast difference
Mm-hmm.
from what we were seeing to kind of where you're at. So that's gonna be fun doing the before and after.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
thank you very much. This concludes this week's Road to 50 for Chiwin. I hope you enjoyed. Drop a like, comment below. Yeah, so until next week, stay legendary.
Later.